La 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 la. Alright, alright, alright. Alright, alright, alright. I'm back. Oh, alright, guys. Today we are back. And because of the fact that I cannot sleep, like I tried, but only able to slept for mm, 1 hours and a half. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna sleep for 8 hours straight, but for some reason I only able to sleep for 1 hour and a half. Therefore, I decided to do some IELTS reading, like just practice. And what is special about this is that today I will try to like really train and put my attention span into the fire force. You feel me? They're simply just by doing IELTS reading and listening back and forward, back and forward, back and forward continuously until it is already 5 hours past. Now it is what time is it? 1:37, right? 1:37 a.m. I will stop at how should I say 7. 7? Isn't it a little bit too high? Oh no, not really. I mean I will stop at 7, just doing IELTS reading and listening back and forward. I don't know if I can manage to do this or not, but we have to try, you feel me? We have to do it. Like, I do have this one specific um, analogy, not actually an analogy, but something I concluded throughout my lifespan is that nothing is you imagine is actually real. Like you say that you will hit the gym for the after finishing the test, you will hit the gym and you will get super like really jack. But the fact is that you're very likely to able to do that, especially when you are just saying it out loud. Like it haven't happened yet. It haven't happened. It is, and that is why I'm saying that it is not real. It not happened. It is what you planning and you saying with your mouth. Like you or people, our people tend to say a lot of things, but the fact is that we never work toward that thing, or we never actually action. Therefore, it's not actually real. Like for example, if now I say I will spend the next 30 minutes just to do some IELTS reading, do you think that it is true and I can do it? I mean, yeah, you might think I can do it, but nothing is sure, right? Because it haven't happened yet, so nothing is sure. There's still the possibility that I end the stream right now. Therefore, I want, I need to have something to prove to myself that I can actually do it, and I can actually sit at my table for like several hours just to study. You feel me? And without further ado, let's jump right into it. I mean, reading. I think today we will do this, test 3, test 4, and this too. Why only 5.5? Hold on, why is this? Why am I skip 26? Oh, yeah, I only do part 1. No wonder why. Oh yeah, I think I will do this thing. Finish it. Like I want it to look clean. Also this, why is it oh 1 month ago? Why is it only 6.5? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm getting wrong a lot. It's not good. It's not good. Alright, we will back with that later. How about listening? Well, I haven't done these three things. I think I could get it done soon. How about? Oh, why is this only 5.5? 5.5 is not good. Oh, why am I skip it, bruh? Why only do half of it and skip the rest of it? No, I don't like that. I think today we'll do this, and these three Right? That's my plan today. I will do it over and over again, like to test my patience and consistency. Alright, let's go. Let's jump right into it. Yeah, I know that I could fail. I could fail while doing this. But yeah, hear me out. I can do it. Trust me. Only uh, it is 5 hours of straight learning, and I can do it. Trust. We need to have trust in ourselves, right? And either do I need to have trust in myself. So let's jump straight into it. The Thailand Sea is my first time in my entire life I heard about this, but it's alright. Um, it's got feeling, right? True false not given. Alright, I like it. Uh, appearance looks like a dog, alright, I can tell. A long body and tail strip, alright. Entirely, I it entirely one. Now, it depends mainly on in hunting. Depends on what. Probably, yeah. They are saying probably. Young spend of life. First month of life is more than first month. More than one. I don't know. Decline extinction. Last evidence. Australia. 3,000 years old. Alright, 3,000 years old. Alright, Australia, 2,000 years old. Here it is. Oh yeah. Only when it's due to the animal noise. That goes here, right? Reduction in available source of food. Were partly responsible. Yeah. Lack of food, right? Right, right. I see it. I see it. Now let's move on. Significant number were killed by humans from the onward. All right, 133 here, right? Right. Shotgun, some shit with shotguns. I see. Several. Hold on. Several were born in the zoo. Zoo in the late 190. Several. They are saying several, right? All right, let me see. In the light, like this, right? Zoo, this, right? All right. John prediction. This guy prediction about surprise some biologist. I need to find where is this guy. Is. Where is he? John Garth, right? Foresaw something. That's surprise. The public pressure or something. In the early 1900s, many scientists became worried about the possibility of extinction. Many scientists, I remember this, many scientists in the early, like this, right? Scarcity, something like that. I see. Proposal, Flint's proposal to capitate on the island proved to be impractical. Proved to be proposal to rehome captivate on the island. All right, where's the fifth lymph? All right, there she is. Reasonable number. There was uh, in existence. Piece of leashes protecting the species during the break season. I mean, there are still numbers of this guy in extinctions when a piece of something protecting the species. I mean, Even though have the protection of something, it still decline, right? So where is it? Numerous expenditure. Body hunter. I have no idea where that is. From night to night. Yeah, from this to it. The only no living were all cavity. From 130 to 130, 30 to 36. Like this, right? Attempt to finding a living is not ready made. Living not ready attempt. Alright, which means the last one. Alright, let's go. Looks like a dog. Our bond resembles a dog. Sorry, it's your body long tail. Into the tail. Eat an entire diet. Average nose. No. Alright. Appear to occupy most times of terrain. Yes, have it. Thursday exclusive. Now for some time. Body under the ship. Two. For long period. Hunting was entirely what? Entire fitting. It was exclusively carnivorous diet. It entirely carnivorous diet. It could be this. Adaptation to it was exclusive. Oh yeah. Probably depend mainly on something when hunting, right? Hold on. Probably depend. Cause when hunting was unsuccessful at first. And probably carried during and probably caught a prey during a long pursuit. Probably depend long distance. Caught its prey by exhausting. Exhausting when hunting, right? Depend mirror. Depend mirror scent when hunting. It must hunt during the evening. First depends mainly on the scent when hunting. I don't know what that means, but it is the answer. Right. Probably the first month out inside is more than one. Then immersion to run the immersion cell. Despite the title has shattered reanimals besides moving during some days. I really know top places. Yeah. Where is it murder? First, young Spain first month of life. I didn't see it. Hold on, let me move on. Took place throughout the year. Maybe murder, right? The punch. Want the punch, right? Attach themselves to one of the four T's. Into 3 months. When all the liars okay. Alright. Decline extinction. Last evidence was 3,000 years old something. Hmm. Carbon dated fossil. Fossil. Alright, it is a fossil. Probably went extinct and in mainland Australia due to animals such as the ghost. Where's the ghost? Yeah, here. Reduction in available food were partly responsible. Alright, I have to move on. Alright, we'll continue. Really attribute the average of sheep farmers and bounty hunter decline. Reduction in production. Include competition. Lost habitat. Prey species mean available force of short, but reduction in habitat, loss in habitat alone. And then cells and latency and also effect. Alright. Alright, I'm already 10 minutes in and I'm already tired. Nah, I'm not giving up. Significant number were killed by on significant of Thailandsians were killed by human for from the home. Significant number, right? Significant number killed by human. Let's see. Contribute to a country's generally large various factors. Doubly around large language. Alright, significant. Wait, they didn't say anything about significant, right? What number? To be exact, what number? Large make any distinction, but they did not say that. What number, right? Yeah, they say what number, so it's not legit and should not. Several born in the zoos during the life. This was despite a large number. When he published his memoir, several were born, not were born. This despite a large number that went through some zoo. Not several. It is it was this large number that went. It's only one. Only one successfully attempt. But they are saying that there are several. Several, so it's his fault. Yeah. Prediction about this thing surprised many biologists. Really? Hold on, let me check. Does it really surprise anyone? Shauna John Brawler demise when he published the writings. Wow. However, there was a lot of public pressure to preserve. Not given. I didn't see anything about surprising anyone. No, I don't see anything. Not given. In early, many scientists become very possible extinction of this thing. Alright. So, however, it seems to be little public pressure. Nor concern the express, nor was much concern, nor was much concern expressed by scientists. All right, phones. He was concerned about the scarcity, such as that, so we captured and placed small islands. Until species was at various distribution. Many scientists phones. Not many scientists also proved to be practical. You're right. Captivate species, just living captivate specimens. For some protection. All right, not given, but the species, the person past emotional protection, which was thought to be their prime breeding season. Uh, Does an animal or bird pass something? Also, is the reasonable? There was the reasonable number of in existence. Or 30, 60, or in captivity, cap, capture, captivity. True, living just captivity. Yeah, true. Living on captivity specimen. The reasonable number of extinction. Hold on, this is difficult as fuck. Expeditions. No. There was a reasonable number of phones. Why are so too many? Too less true. Yes, I mean there are in captivity. Yeah, true. Phones. Yeah, not given doesn't prove anything. No, they don't worry. Prediction about surprise. No, not surprising anyone. Phones only one significant number were killed. Right, this might be tricky. The number six question might be tricky. Hold on. Attribute the campaign on the large part. This is time to campaign. True. No, I think it is true because they kill it. Right? You what do you think that you sort with significant numbers? Significant numbers. But what if there aren't any numbers? But like a lot. I mean, yes, they're trying to ask me that does it is true that a lot were killed, and I would say true. Yeah, the fact is that there are a lot of they kill a lot, so there's no doubt for it. Oh shit, Shiba. Let's moving on. Palm oil. I like it. I like palm tree. Oh, strong. Yeah, feeling. Yeah, choose. All right. All right. Example. Examples. Brings potential environment advantage. Potential environment advantage. Cultivation. Arrange. Example of arrange. All right. All right. All right. Description. Organization controls environmental impact. Organization. Power district. All right. Description. Right. I see. Example of wise rights. Global use. Examples. Reference to a particular species. Benefit. Ecosystem. The ecosystem of this thing. Figures. Rapid span. Power industry. Uh, power. Power industry. Figure. Economic justification. Not opposing. Not opposing. Industry. Examples of creature. Figures. Reference. Examples. Description. Example of creature badly affected by establishment. Creature badly. Oh, that's quite sounds quite rare for me, honestly. Two letter about rotatable powers. All right, where is it? RSPO. RSPO. Here it is. All right, so it would be G, right? Right. Advantage. Is that stay one. Stay. The animals of habitat lost. Best known for animal hamster result was. Oh, I see. So what animal is that? I'm really curious about what animal is that. It's criteria for the certification. Growers check. Growers check. Check now. So what is criteria, right? Criteria for what I don't need to care. But I know it is one criteria researchers are looking for. Elwood. Where is he? Where Elwood here, right? Looking for into whether birds nest from restore in areas palm tree are they could restore on trees. Birds nest here, right? Alright, let's jump straight into it. A B C D E H. Alright. Palm tree palm oil is a edible dessert. Oh, the most consumed vegetable oil in the world. Alright. In soap, sandwich, biscuits. Alright. Attractive so many manufacturing properties. Best before date. Best before date months and years in the future. It may agree for long term alright, I see. Like make the food like it makes the food to be able to live longer, right? To use longer. Oh no, why can I oh no. Example, wide range potential, environment not impact. Example, widely global use. Yeah, it is. Most in the world, yeah. Species, not expansion, not justification, not, or no. State, even not advantage. State what? Solid. State solid. Not means room temperature. Yeah, remains solid. Right, moving on to B. Many have seized the opportunity to plan environmental and global area devoted devoted to grow. Oh, that's a lot. Now counting 10% of global 10% global entire world. From a meter to tons what we produce. 60 million tons produced every year. A figure looking double or triple. Like it is exampling about its expansion, isn't it? Alright, so if it is about expansion, then alright, so potential advantage, potential potential advantage, potential advantage. Alright, organized not, it's not widespread use reference species, rapid expand, figures illustrating figures, right? Yeah, it is figure illustrating something. Rapid expansion. Go from this to this, right? Example badly, not really. This is G size, so it's not here. So animal habitat. Corresponding criteria, not bird net, not bird nest. Alright, moving on. However, there are two reason. Reason here, they are talking about reason. Major concern. I wonder what it is. There are countless new stories of deforestation, habitat destruction, and started on natural kind of is an endangered species. Endangered species most family right. Alright, another fauna. So far from unstoppable spread. Alright, I see. Result or direct land clearing to start monoculture. Alright. Non-potential, which are not all species that could benefit the ecosystem. Not really. Example of creature badly affected by. Yeah, see, it is his. There's no suffer a result. It's bad no of the animal. Hold on. The similar is the answer here, isn't it? Yeah, it is actually the answer. Criteria, check up daily routine, not really. Right, moving on. Primary is surely one of the best greatest threat to world diversity. All right, try to grow diversity by someone I don't know. I haven't looked. I didn't see her name yet, but yeah. Paul is not replacing rainforest. Or species are all. That's the problem. It's a radical question among. It's very. Shut up. Shut up. Where consumers should try to boycott. Meanwhile, argue it is easy to maximum dramatic to I think much more than two tools. Well, given the complexity, I think much more nuanced story is closer to the truth. Sắc thái, example, ring, description, organization. control the environmental impact. Not really. Not really. Not really justify anything. Criteria. Not. Why did I didn't see anything about this? This kid will. But now I gotta move on. Also, having the vital role of palm tree oil is lifting many people developing of poverty. It is desired that palm oil boycott it, replace it, eliminate global supply chain. Given how many low-income people in developing countries without low-income, like that, best. Mm, true. Serious one of the containers. Ooh, it is arguable. It's arguable for not opposing. Yeah, it is actually the reason for not opposing this thing. Alright, yeah, it's true. Not this. Species benefit the not really not that. Right, moving on. Oh, we are almost done. So, at least 4 potentially level 10 times percent more head count. However, that immensely high yield which is make it profitable. If 10 times more orders than a past land more than any kind of 10 times more. Hold on, what are they saying here? If 10 times more orders and 10 times more land would be need to clear. Or I see questions of our issues depends on the, what. Alright, what it is replacing depends, right? Cars degree which they settle see what in other words amount of cardboard they capture in almost amount of carbon sharing field reduce more effect of climate change. I know the answer for this. How actually production actually my consequence but other autonomy are the native. It's terrible, that's what happens. Cutting down rainwater actually it's got more carbon so sequester, I don't know what it is, but environment range of potential. It is either this or this. Only these two. Right. Reference benefit the ecosystem, but range of potential advantage. Let me read it again. Even straightforward as it seems. Carbs vary degrees in what is greater carbon. They capture in the plant. The amount of carbon they capture and store in the plant. Amount reduce the effect of climate change. It allowed to get out of hand. And Mary said, hmm, a range of potential environment. Not a range. I am curious about this arrange species. But yeah, it is F. No doubt. Oh, but I also need to take more on this criteria or burst nest. Alright, now moving on. This regional data group called consists of the plastic agreement which have been reached regarding standards the producer palm oil have to meet. Standards that they have to meet, right? Has to public there are sustainable. Alright. It says no virgin for security transparency. Cover stone. Transparency. This is among another character among other criteria. The only of these are fully satisfied. Once only okay, so certified. Ooh, so it needs to be certified. Recent figures are now certified around 10 million ton annually. right? Roughly around 10% of world. 21%. That's really crazy. All right, two statement is member not really decline anything. Meant certificate products to be open about partners. Yeah, it's actually transparency here. Where is it? Transparency means to be open about something. So yeah, I understand what it is. So it took several years to establish a set. Several years, does it? It doesn't, right? It says no. It's rather than systems record and does compare. It was from at the request of environmentalists. Hold on. It's relevant a stricter than any stricter. Does it stricter? Hmm. I don't think it took several years. It lies an agreement. It's just not fully satisfied around 12 million ton. I don't think they are comparing anything, so it can be triggered. Yeah, it's from by the request of the environmentalist. I mean, look at its purpose. It is about sustainable. Right? They're looking forward to sustainable. So it, of course, will be its membership growth steady. It also reduces. No, not that. Check on a routine basis. Check one on the routine basis. Regular assessments. Cover stocks, right? Check cover stock on a daily basis. The loss of virgin forest. Does it? It doesn't, right? Several years of sustainable palm oil criteria. Hold on. This is tricky. This question is tricky. Me, actually tricky. Hold on, I will do it later. I will know more of that plantation. Alright, hold on. Organization G, right? Control the environmental impact. This is the card. The burst net, rolling trees, and its native to historical variety as wider ecological role. Alright, it is H then species, which means this specific bird also into plantation could position our cover area by biodiversity. Oh, I see. Okay, to restore in areas where birds net for could restore the biodiversity, right? Recover their bird. Alright, done. But hold on. I haven't done with this question yet. What is this? Group consists of farmer, retailer, palm grower, retailers, product manufacturer over the past decade or so on. Over the past decade. Which regarding something to be meet on it. No version for version forest. Yeah, this is the reason why. Yeah. No first concern of loss of No cleaning. Yeah, it makes sense. Stricter? Oh, I don't think it is any stricter. Took years, it doesn't decrease. No decrease. It is the most reasonable answer for this. Sustainable are is regulation regarding sustainability are stricter than those governing. Alright, moving on. Oh, this short. Thank God, this not too long. Oh, building the skyline, vertical skyscraper. Alright. Oh, first paragraph meant about how does respond to the information in the book. Tem- right, Temets, right? Shelter, right? Chapter, chapter 3 focus. Didn't see where that is. Chapter 6 of the book. Chapter 6 of the book. Chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 7. Chapter 6 here. Chapter 6 down here. Tenement. It could take me a while to find the word tenements. So yeah, moving on. Sarah suggests about the chapter focusing on the suggests right 192 building room boom up. Yeah, here it is. Whew, calm down, calm down, calm down. I hate this. I hate this. Alright, calm down, calm down. The person was chapter on the land values about the chapter on the land. Chapter on the land. Chapter on the land values. Impresses. Description. True false not given. Alright, one, two, three, four. Description of first chapter. Alright, look into the airport. Up first, how New York will look from the air. Look from the air. Lack interest. Prepare reader well. Prepare well for the mirror yet to come. For the prepare reader. Prepare the reader well for the material yet to come. Biggest problem. 19th century immigrant. Lack of amenities. It could be 19th century. Oh, I couldn't find it. Hold on, move it. 19th century. Immigrants tended to concentrate around the Hayward neighborhood. Tended to concentrate around the bedrock myth. Chapter 7, right? Which chapter 7 here, right? Bedrock myth here. Gosh, it's gonna be difficult. Absence form. Close to the surface does not explain why a skyscraper or that the cost of foundation is crystal deep below the surface cannot be regarded as right, especially when compared to something particularly enjoy part. Enjoy part nation were built. They describe not only how possible castle discuss what easy to understand, easy to read here. Oh gosh, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. Right, let's go. First paragraph. That's a review about New York City. Alright. Mata skyscraper. Whoosh. The minute Jonathan reader through detailed story history in New York City. Combined is whatever business, cluster, and where did they decisions were filmed. A lot of data explain. Hold on. A lot of data explain why business class not developed. Alright. Alright. Show the skyline we see to this thing part. Shut commenting. The rest is already developed. So, check first. Right, the tone and the organization of the book. As the first, second part, where aspects of art related such as paper. How the original is first. Though could be original. I don't see the. I mean, I didn't see anything about original. Then about research paper are incorporated to our book. Research paper elements. No, they are not incorporated. No, they are not that. Our books, all the books that are available on the subject take a different approach. Oh, turn up. It's somewhat for a second part. Today's chapter are available on the subject have taken a different approach. Really? First, familiar. Mm-hmm. I don't see any correlation factor. Oh yeah, that is the answer. Hell no, you're taking me way too long. Mm-hmm. Chapter 2, train nothing. Move on. Chapter 1. Look for the sky. Might have looked for the sky. Let us see the countries. Very fun fact. Let's see. Number of legend about the city. He like helicopter Thomas saying like he moving on. So it came back to the surface. Mm-hmm. There's some information about the book tennis. All right, moving on. Probably look. Oh, might have looked. Description of the first. The description in the first chapter of how New York. Lack of interest. Really? I don't see any lack of interest. Reason okay potential problem. Just get as incorporate bars related research public. As the later part. It's okay potential problem to compare. To provide details about problem potential problem later. Mm-hmm. Reason, not reason. Other things compare conclusion. No, I'm gonna compare details about the source bar use. Not provide details. See indicate. Yeah, indicate sounds more reasonable. Ooh, moving on. 6, right? 6. 1922. Way more later. Chapter land values. Right. Chapter 2. Oh, focus on land use review or land use or what are the information and where resource land use. Climate is this next. Alright, now it is this. I would have liked that expand upon his claim because likely no skyscraper developer insurance performing unnecessary slums clearance labeled like their bedrock was not a limited factor of level as the foundation concerns were a small fraction as the first of its wide slum clearance would be limiting why more would be limiting why more expensive foundation would not. Mm-hmm. I would like bars to expand. It's just preventing no, farming, limiting why. Hmm. Yeah, it was the same, still the same. Prepare chapter 2 and 3 prepared reader well for the material yet to come. What material? What material yet to come? Immigration. What does it mean? Prepared later. Does it prepare it well the material? Well researched and set the stage for it. True. Yeah. It is here. It is around here. Oh, I only have 9 minutes left. I need to be quick. Sure, foreigner. Focus on it. Mm-hmm. Therefore, focus on immigration and location of neighborhoods intended in later are intended for favoring immigration and clients and their location in terms of amenity in the area. Unless the locations in terms are available, amenity available, they are located on the least valuable, most least valuable between the interests. Alright, not now chapter on land value. The price assessed land. Hold on. Not given, right? Not right. Location. One big problem for it doesn't say anything about problems. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't anything about that. Doesn't anything about lack of amenities, right? Yeah, it doesn't. Is it? Look. Mhm. Yeah. Uh, part two of the box. Okay. The 19th century in potato about harbor. Not given. Where frick is the harbor? Where is Central Park? No, I don't see any harbor. Oh, what is it? Where is the height? Is the height? Economic height is the height. Choose it. Alright. Distinguish. Oh, and a bit of a height. Investment. Or does it anything? Wow. Not really, right? Yeah. Alright, three left. Iron steel. Expanding of something, increase use of something. Data on height. Building height and use analysis to predict building construction. While less technical, such paper in which the shops are based. Technical is more broad. General audience, more be technical preferred. Okay, alright, got it. Not conflict data focus. Not if tribe research that is out of date. No, it's too specialized for more reading. Yeah, more to to technical, right? It is what I mean. Alright, bedrock myth. Now we coming back to you. Calm down, calm down. About the chapters. It's here, right? A land value. Where is land values? Oh gosh, I didn't find the end land value. Chapter on land value. Chapter on land value is around here. Recommendation, yeah. True. Okay, problem with bad this. Yeah. Stop overthinking. Move on. I have 35. Chapter, which means the last one, right? I need to be quick. 4 minutes. The bedrock also the absence of bedrock. Absence of bedrock during the surface. Between the discussion of it between two urban area centers. Rather, argues, but argue that what deeper the bedrock increases the cost. They were large compared to the overall cost of a building skyscraper. How fighters he consider what this easy to read. The surface are from great distance are close or what? Absent from the youngster between downtown and midtown New York is the reason close to this. Are like close to does not explain why square root absent from. Okay. Oh shit, I ran out of time. He pointed out that although the cost of the road is cannot regard as This is so stressful. So stressed. This cannot be hard. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm spending too much time on part one. I'm done. Spend too much time on part one. Even I got a lot of wrong. A lot of it wrong. Either. Oh, it's so gosh. Gosh, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking doomed. I'm done. I'm so done. Damn. Really. Oh yeah, true. I don't usually know. Yeah, makes sense. Establishment. Creatures badly affected by the establishment. Why did I hit C? That should be D, right? Hold on. Why did I hit D? Creatures, right? Why did I hit D? Am I tripping? What's tripping? Sorry, yes, I found it. Sorry, yeah. I was thinking about this, but I didn't think that it could be the reasonable answer. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I didn't think that. Oh yeah, I thought it was up there. Didn't have much enough time. Shit, my revenge. No, I revenge, I revenge, I revenge. What's it three? Alright. D B C D B C D B C C. Is C, right? No, I haven't done it. No, yes, no. No, yes, no. What did I hit here? Not given, right? Not given. yeah, I'm so dumb. Well, that's it. Let's get back. Let's revenge, yo. God damn, I have 20 minutes. The, the server closed. Is reason built, not built. To, to urban center. Deeper bedroom plus increase the foundation. Mm-hmm. Foundation cost. Discussion about foundation. Alright. Dig down, consider distance, water, terrestrial technology history. Discuss how caution work, but also how danger involved. Easy to read. Right. Alright, let's script. How like close the surface, then explain why. I like breakdown. Close the surface. Indicate. Development. Math. It's not only. But he also discussed social risk. This is personal development. Right, it's easy as hell. No, not Harvard. I mean, like surrounded somewhere else. It does have information, but it's true or not. True or not. If it does have information, what should will be true or not, right? All right, moving on to chapter 8 at night. All right, what is it? Yes. All right, and this week. All right, let's go. Chapter 8 and I discuss about the bird. I discuss about reader interest in New York. However, the study for underground phase, the economics and next history. All right, and there's a current explanation of. All right, second we are he used explain why finance supply and the manufacturers that use the explanations used to find this supply and the manufacturer is much effect. All right, no more facts are needed. No, some are limited appear have limited appeal to certain people. It does. Instructions to remember. Data Some part will have limited appeal to people. True. Unlike more facts needed if it's unlikely. That is given for the building boon is unlikely. Building boon. Yeah, true. Final one. The final chapter discuss about primary paper. Cost on effect of high land values. Changes in land values predict the future. Changes in land value. Impact of climate change. Alright? Impressed. Discuss another important papers. The nature of the research into the time. Recommendation bars made for the future. Yeah, true. That's it. Still have a lot wrong. The S-vocation. Specific error. 36 specific error. 38 total expenditure. The S-vocation. Oh gosh, I'm so done. I'm so done. 54. Wait, hold on. How much I got in total? Minus 3, 6, 35, not 35. I'm not sure how much I got, but it was bad. Oh, 3, 29 plus 9. Oh, I mean, oh gosh, I'm so bad. Oh gosh, I'm starting to feel sick again. Hold on, wait. I asked for 10 minutes timer. Right, I'm asking for 10 minutes break. Then we back. Oh gosh. Yeah, I think that I need to be more precise on truthful note givens. Yeah, I am having it doing wrong so much. It is detrimental for my mental health, you know. I have the test in 1 week, and something needs to be changed. And not only that, I need to be faster. Something is wrong. Like honestly, something is really wrong. I need a better strategy in reading, you know. It is way it's really way time consuming for me right now. Oh yeah, super time consuming. I was reading. I need to have a better strategy. It's not I need. It is I must have a better strategy. Oh gosh. Okay. Too far. Oh, oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm gonna crash out with IELTS. I'm seriously going to crash out so badly. Furthermore, I need a better strategy for IELTS reading. Like it appears to me that I forgot one step, and that step is making me doing the essay extremely longer. Forgetting one only step. Chances are I need to be more focused. Like honestly, alright, let's get back to work. Listening. Let's go.
You will hear a number of different recordings, and you will have to answer questions on what you hear.
Right.
There will be time for you to read the instructions and questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recordings will be played once only. The test is in 4 parts. At the end of the test, you will be given 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now turn to part 1. Part 1. You will hear a man phoning the owner of a holiday cottage. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 6.
Central hidden sort of burn something, right? Burn something. No view or what? From the living room. Right.
Now listen
New top
carefully
for the
and
bedroom.
answer questions 1 to
Final
6.
payment. Right. And when? Deposit. Payment.
Hello?
Oh,
Net
hello.
loss.
I was hoping to speak to Jack Fitzgerald about renting a cottage.
I'm his wife Shirley, and we own the cottages together, so I'm sure I can help you.
Great. My name's Tom. Some friends of ours rented Granary Cottage from you last year, and they thought it was great. So my wife and I are hoping to come in May for a week.
What date did you have in mind?
Date.
The week beginning the 14th, if possible.
I'll just check. I'm sorry, Tom, it's already booked that week.
So what?
It's free the week beginning the 28th, though, for 7 nights. In fact, that's the only time you could have it in May.
28.
Oh, well, we could manage
28.
that, I think. We'd just need to change a couple of things. How much would it cost?
Cost.
That's the beginning of high season, so it'd be £550 for the week.
Ah, that's a bit more
50
than we
pound.
wanted to pay, I'm afraid. We've
Yeah.
budgeted up to £500 for accommodation.
Well, we've just finished converting another building into a cottage, which we're calling Cherville Cottage.
Sorry, what was that again?
Chop.
Cherville. C-H-E-R-V for Victor, I-L.
Oh, that's a
Cherville.
herb, isn't it?
That's right.
Cherville
It grows
Cottage.
fairly wild around here. You could have that for the week you want for £480.
Okay, so could you tell me something about it, please?
Of course. The building was built as a garage. It's a little smaller than Granary Cottage.
So that must sleep 2 people as well.
That's right. There's a double bedroom.
Does it have a garden?
Yes, you get to it from the living room through French doors, and we provide 2 deck chairs.
Garden.
We hope to build a patio in the near future, but I wouldn't like to guarantee it'll be finished by May.
Okay.
The front door opens onto the old farmyard, and parking isn't a problem. There's plenty of room at the front for that. There are some trees and potted
Parking
plants
spaces.
there.
Right.
Before you hear the rest of the
Parking
conversation,
spaces in
you
the
have
front.
some time to look at questions 7 to 10.
Oh gosh, I hope that I'm not getting anything wrong. Like honestly. Oh gosh, my brain is like thinking so badly. Stop complaining, yo. You're complaining too much. Focus on what you're doing, you feel me?
Now
Be
listen and
precisely
answer questions
focused on
7
what
to
you're
10.
doing.
What about facilities in the cottage? It has standard things like a cooker and fridge, I presume.
In the kitchen area, there's a fridge freezer, and we've just put in an electric cooker.
Is there a washing machine?
Yes, there's also a TV in the living room, which plays DVDs too. The bathroom is too small for a bath, so there's a shower instead. I think a lot of people prefer that nowadays anyway.
It's more environmentally friendly, isn't it? Unless you spend half the day in it.
Exactly.
What
Burn
about
what?
heating? It sometimes gets quite cool at that time of year.
There's central heating, and if you want to light a fire, there's a stove. We can provide all the wood you need for it. It smells so much nicer than coal, and it makes the room very cozy. We've got one in our own house.
That sounds very pleasant. Perhaps we should come in the winter to make the most of it.
Yes, we find we don't want to go out when we've got the fire burning. There are some attractive views from the cottage, which I haven't mentioned. There's a famous stone bridge. It's one of the oldest in the region, and you can see it from the living room. It isn't far
Bridge.
away. The bedroom window looks in the opposite direction and has a lovely view of the hills and the monument at the top.
Well, that all sounds perfect. I'd like to book it, please. Would you want a deposit?
Yes,
Monument.
we ask for 30% to secure your booking, so that'll be £144.
Yeah.
And when would you like the rest of the money?
You're coming in May, so the last day of March, please.
Fine.
Excellent. Could I just take your details so that I can...
March.
That is the end of part 1. You now have half a minute to check your answers to part 1.
Oh, sure, math is good. Alright, this seems good. This seems easy. No, March doesn't. Oh, survey. Main concern about traffic was cuts, maintenance, poor maintenance, type of traffic.
Part 2. You will hear a town councillor reporting on the local transport network and a recreation facility. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 14.
Pressure crossing postponed why? Because there's move, right? Unsafe. Founding could be on the station road. Notice heavy erected. Not to leave their bike.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 14.
Switch up here.
Right, next on the agenda we have traffic and highways. Councillor Thornton.
Thank you. Well, we now have the results of the survey carried out last month about traffic and road transport in the town.
Main concern was
People
what?
were generally satisfied with the state of the roads. There were 1 or 2 complaints about potholes, which will be addressed, but a significant number of people complained about the increasing number of heavy vehicles using our local roads to avoid traffic elsewhere. We'd expected more complaints by commuters about the reduction in the train service, but it doesn't seem to have affected people too much. The cycle path that runs alongside the river is very well used by both cyclists and pedestrians since the surface was improved last year. But overtaking can be a problem, so we're going to add a bit on the side to make it wider. At some stage, we'd like to extend the path so that it goes all the way through the town, but that won't be happening in the immediate future.
Immediate
The plans
circle.
to have a pedestrian
like
crossing next to the post office have unfortunately had to be put on hold for the time being. We budgeted for this to be done this financial year, but then there were rumours that the post office was going to move, which would have meant there wasn't really a need for a crossing. Now they've confirmed that they're staying where they are, but the Highways Department have told us that it would be dangerous to have a pedestrian crossing where we'd originally planned it, as there's a bend in the road there, so that'll need some more thought. On Station Road, near the station and level crossing, drivers can face quite long waits if the level crossing's closed, and we've now got signs up requesting them not to leave their engines running at that time. This means pedestrians waiting on the pavement to cross the railway line don't have to breathe in car fumes. We've had some problems with cyclists leaving their bikes chained to the railings outside the ticket office, but the station has agreed to provide bike racks there.
Right.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 15 to 20.
Alright, now mapped. Pathway, where are we? There's the road, right? Tree here, F left. C's community hall is here, river is here, field is here. C, B, A, D, E, G, A, B. Alright, A, B, C, right? D is right here. Turn right, left, G, E is beside river, C is field, footpath, H, tree, I, right, Z, community hall. So, right, things seems good. Park, pitch.
Now listen and
Playground,
answer questions 15 to 20.
Nice. Right, let's go.
So next on the agenda is proposals for improvements to the recreation ground. Councillor Thornton again.
Well, since we managed to extend the recreation ground, we've spent some time talking to local people about how it could be made a more attractive and useful space. If you have a look at the map up on the screen, you can see the river up in the north and the community hall near the entrance from the road.
Yeah, right.
At present,
cars can park between the community hall and that line of trees to the east, but this is quite dangerous for pedestrians. So
Dangerous.
we're suggesting a new car park on the opposite side of the community hall, right next to it.
See, right?
We also have a new location for the cricket pitch. As we've now purchased additional space to the east of the recreation ground, beyond the trees, we plan to move it away from its current location, which is rather near the road, into this new area beyond the line of trees. This means
right.
there's less danger of stray balls hitting cars or pedestrians. We've got plans for a children's playground, which will be accessible by a footpath from the community hall and will be alongside the river. We'd originally thought of having it close to the road, but we think this will be a more attractive location.
B, right?
The skateboard ramp is very
Aye.
popular with
Aye,
both
aye,
younger and older children. We had considered moving this up towards the river, but in the end we decided to have it in the southeast corner near the road.
So it's
The
gonna be
pavilion is very well used at present by both football players and cricketers. It will stay where it is now, to the left of the line of trees and near to the river, handy for both the football and cricket pitches.
right.
And finally,
E.
we'll be getting a new notice board for local information, and that will be directly on people's right as they go from the road into the recreation ground.
Road to river.
That is the end of part 2.
Oh,
You
no.
now have half a
This
minute
age.
to check your answers to part 2.
Beyond the tree, this could be E, huh? Oh, wait, hold up. Beyond the tree. This could be F. Should be. That should be F. Escape of ground. I forgot there's an F here. Yeah, that should be F. Benefit. CD by Siri. Agree. Most important.
Part
Necessary.
3.
Useful.
You will hear 2 urban planning students discussing
Putting
bike
two
sharing
things.
schemes in different cities. First, you have some time to look at questions
Noise,
21 to
traffic
24.
congestion, air quality, health and fitness. Affordable, right? GPS system, bikes has to be easy to use, right? Easy to use. Public awareness. Only one scheme should be available, right? There are large networks.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Alright, let's go.
Now that we've done all the research into bike sharing schemes in cities around the world, we need to think about how we're going to organise our report.
Right. I think we should start by talking about the benefits.
Benefits.
It's great that so many cities have introduced these schemes where anyone can pick up a bike from dozens of different locations and hire it for a few hours. It makes riding a bike very convenient for people.
Yes, but the costs can add up, and that puts people on low incomes off in some places.
I suppose so. But
Mhm.
if it means more people in general are cycling rather than driving, then because they're increasing the amount of physical activity they do, it's good for their health.
Okay,
Yeah.
but isn't that of less importance? Doesn't the impact of reduced emissions on air pollution have a more significant effect on people's health?
Certainly in some cities, bike sharing has made a big contribution to that, and also helped to cut the number of cars on the road significantly.
Which is the main point.
Exactly. But I'd say it's had less of an impact on noise pollution because there are still loads of buses and lorries around.
You're speaking too
Shall we
much.
quickly discuss the recommendations we're going to make?
In order
Try
to
to make the
ensure bike
points
sharing
clear.
schemes are successful?
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to make the points clear,
Well, while I think it's nice to have really state-of-the-art bikes with things like GPS, I wouldn't say they're absolutely necessary.
But some technical things are really important, like a fully functional app, so people can make payments and book bikes easily. Places which haven't invested in that have really struggled.
Good point. Some people say there shouldn't be competing companies offering separate bike-sharing schemes, but in some really big cities, competition's beneficial. And anyway, one company might not be able to manage the whole thing.
Right. Deciding how much to invest is a big question. Cities which have opened loads of new bike lanes at the same time as introducing bike-sharing schemes have generally been more successful. But there are examples of successful schemes where this hasn't happened. What does matter, though, is having a big publicity campaign.
Definitely.
Big
If people don't
publicity
know how to
campaign.
use the scheme or don't understand its benefits, they won't use it. People need a lot of persuasion to stop using their cars.
Before you hear the rest of the discussion, you have some time to look at questions 25 to 30.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's good. That's so easy to use. Not so we want to skip. Not really. Campaigns, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Alright, what's your opinion about bike sharing scheme? Disappointing. Both, right? Both are alright. Disappointing. Should be cheaper. Successful. Oh, that more words.
Now listen and answer questions 25 to 30.
Well designed. This is the reason why it's success.
Shall we look at some examples now and say what we think is good or bad about them?
I suppose we should start with Amsterdam, as this was one of the first cities to have a bike-sharing scheme.
Yes, there was already a strong culture of cycling here. In a way, it's strange that there was such a demand for bike sharing, because you'd have thought most people would have used their own bikes.
And yet it's one of the best used schemes. Dublin's an interesting example of a success story.
It must be because the public transport system's quite limited.
Not really. There's no underground, but there are trams and a good bus network. I'd say price has a lot to do with it. It's one of the cheapest schemes in Europe to join.
But the buses are really slow. Anyway, the weather certainly can't be a factor.
No, definitely not. The London scheme's been quite successful.
Yes, it's been a really good thing for the city. The bikes are popular and the whole system is well maintained, but it isn't expanding quickly enough.
Basically, not enough's been spent on increasing the number of cycle lanes. Hopefully that'll change.
Yes. Now, what about outside Europe?
Well, bike-sharing schemes have taken off in places like Buenos Aires.
They built a huge network of cycle lanes to support the introduction of the scheme there, didn't they? It attracted huge numbers of cyclists where previously there were hardly any.
An example of good planning.
Absolutely. New York is a good example of how not to introduce a scheme. When they launched it, it was more than 10 times the price of most other schemes.
More than it costs to take a taxi. Crazy. I think the organisers lacked vision and ambition there.
I think so too. Sydney would be a good example to use. I would have expected it to have grown pretty quickly here.
Yes. I can't quite work out why it hasn't been an instant success like some of the others. It's a shame, really.
I know. Okay, so now we've thought about all the...
Alright, final one, but 2
That
hours
is the
in,
end
I'm
of
already
part 3.
tiring, man.
You now have half a minute
Extension
to
of the
check your
doo-doo bird.
answers to part 3.
Alright, transporting what? Water. Established Iceland, the Q. Meet the Q, meet the description. The only record we have is written description.
Part 4. You will hear part of an environmental science lecture about a large bird called the dodo, which is now extinct. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
South t-shirts. There's a dry. Study do the skeletons. Birds get rapid. Equal to small wing to maintain what? Small wing to maintain. Oh, there. Now what's the other side? It stands out. Dictionary embody to find food. Extinction.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 31 to 40.
One of the most famous cases of extinction is that of a bird known as the dodo. In fact, there's even a saying in English, as dead as the dodo, used to refer to something which no longer exists. But for many centuries, the dodo was alive and well, although it could only be found in one place, the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean. It was a very large bird, about 1 meter tall, and over the centuries it had lost the ability to fly, but it survived happily under the trees that covered the island. Then, in the year 1507, the first Portuguese ships stopped at the island. The sailors were carrying spices back to Europe and found the island a convenient stopping place where they could stock up with food and water for the
Isn't
rest
this
of the
too
voyage.
slow? I think
But
it's
they
a bit
didn't
too slow.
settle on Mauritius. However, in 1638, the Dutch arrived and set up a colony there. These first human
Colony there.
inhabitants of the island found the dodo birds a convenient source of meat, although not everyone liked the taste. It's hard to get an accurate description of what the dodo actually looked like. We do have some written records from sailors and a few pictures, but we don't know how reliable these are. The best known picture is a Dutch painting in which the bird appears to be extremely fat, but this may not be accurate. An Indian painting done at the same time shows a much thinner bird.
Thinner bird.
Although attempts were made to preserve the bodies of some of the birds, no complete specimen survives.
Specimen.
In the early 17th century, 4 dried parts of a bird were known to exist. Of these, 3 have disappeared, so only one example of soft tissue from the dodo survives, a dodo head.
Head.
Bones have also been found,
This
but
too
there's
slow.
only one complete skeleton in existence. This single dodo skeleton has recently been the subject of scientific research, which suggests that many of the earlier beliefs about dodos may have been incorrect. For example, early accounts of the birds mention how slow and clumsy it was. But scientists now believe the bird's strong knee joints would have made it capable of movement which was not slow, but actually quite fast.
Rapid movement.
In fact, one 17th century sailor wrote that he found the birds hard to catch. It's true that the dodo's small wings wouldn't have allowed it to leave the ground, but the scientists suggest that these were probably employed for balance while going over uneven ground.
Balance.
Another group of scientists carried out analysis of the dodo's skull. They found that the reports of the lack of intelligence of the dodo were not borne out by their research, which suggested the bird's brain was not small, but average in size. In fact, in relation to its body size, it was similar to that of the pigeon, which is known to be a highly intelligent bird. The researchers also found that the structure of the bird's skull suggested that one sense which was particularly well developed was that of smell. So the dodo may also have been particularly good at locating ripe fruit and other food in the island's thick vegetation.
Bro, it's too easy, bro. It's not worth it. Even if I got very high grades.
So it looks as if the dodo was better able to survive and defend itself than was originally believed. Yet, less than 200 years after Europeans first arrived on the island,
they had become extinct. So what was the reason for this?
Not the main causes.
For a long time it was believed that the dodos were hunted to extinction. But scientists now believe the situation was more complicated than this. Another factor may have been the new species brought to the island by the sailors. These included dogs, which would have been a threat to the dodos, and also monkeys, which ate the fruit that was the main part of the dodos' diet. These were brought to the island deliberately. But the ships also brought another type of creature, rats, which came to land from the ships and rapidly overran the island. These upset the ecology of the island, not just the dodos, but other species too. However, they were a particular danger to the dodos because they consumed their eggs. And since each dodo only laid one at a time, this probably had a devastating effect on populations. However, we now think that probably the main cause of the bird's extinction was not the introduction of non-native species, but the introduction of agriculture. This meant that the forest that had once covered all the island and that had provided a perfect home for the dodo was cut down so that...
That was too slow. What a freak! What a freak! Hold on. This is not reasonable. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, what is wrong? Noise pollution, I don't hear that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. But it's not easy. What is way easier than I thought, honestly. But it started. Hold on, I need to listen some.
As we've now purchased additional space to the east of the recreation ground, beyond the trees, we plan to move it away
beyond the tree.
From its current location. We had considered moving this up towards the river, but in the end we decided to have it in the southeast corner near the road.
Yeah.
The pavilion...
It makes sense, but why did I get it wrong? Why did I get it wrong?
The pavilion is very well used at present by both football players and cricketers. It will stay where it is now, to the left of the line of trees and near to the river, handy for both the football and cricket pitches. And finally, we'll be getting...
Wait, hold on, what? What? Air pollution? I mean... And also have... It's less not pollution.
But I'd say it's had less of an impact on noise pollution because there are still loads of buses and lorries around.
Right.
Shall we quickly discuss the recommendations?
Right, where is the traffic congestion?
I mean, doesn't the impact of reduced emissions on...
Certainly in some cities, but I'd say it's had less of an impact on noise pollution because there are certainly in some cities, bike sharing has made a big contribution to that. And also help to cut the number of cars on the road significantly.
Cut the number of car roads down significantly. Cut the number of cars significantly. What does it mean? Oh, it actually means to cut the number of cars down, which means reducing traffic congestion. Let's.
But I'd say.
Oh, wait, hold on. Also have less, right? But
But
then
I'd say
conclude.
it's
If it had less, later on they conclude it's twice as fast. Movement balance. I did this before, isn't it? So yeah, perfect awareness, absolutely easy to use. M6. Listening, right? Listening. I would need to learn more on MCQ, musical choice. What musical choice question? Hai đáp án, right? To answer MCQ two questions. Alright. And second one, I need to focus more on. I mean, just my concentration only is what really matters. But it was easy. I mean, I can understand most of the content. Now, let's move on. Another 10 minutes of break, please.
had less of an impact on noise pollution because there are still loads of buses and lorries around.
Right.
Shall we quick?
I'm back. Yeah, guys, I'm back. I'm so back, and I wonder if there are any viewers that who are watching my stream. I'm curious, genuinely curious. But hold on, let's see. Seems like no one. Oh, hold on. I'm back. One person is watching. I'm so back, and I wonder if there are any viewers that who are watching my stream. I'm curious, genuinely curious. But hold on, let's see. Seems like no one. Oh, hold on. I'm back. One oh yes, person is watching. Generally, it is me myself who watching that. Gosh, it's alright. I mean, I am facing a really huge problem with reading. You feel me? Like my reading recently is getting worse, not better in any bit. See, gosh, Einstein. Wait, what's this? Oh yeah, this is the one I did earlier with John. It is the one that I did on live stream, which was really bad. Mm. Like honestly, I am having a crazy problem with true phone not given, which is absolutely detrimental for my mental health, which I said earlier. But I need to do something about it, you know. Really may want to true phone not given. Yeah, this is my a bit very affected by. I think this is actually misclick. Honestly, I misclicked this. There's no way I choose this. There's no way I choosing that. This misclick 100%. But I'm having a huge problem with true phone not given. Like honestly, what the freak? Honestly, what the freak? True phone not given. You're not that difficult, aren't you? You're not that difficult, aren't you? Yeah, there's actually recommendation to make in the future. Nation. Went to this estimation. Impressive. Oh, data, data, natural resource. Press. Oh, I need. I failed to locate the word impressive. Gosh. Hold on, let me see. Nature of it. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, lack of amenities. Or lack of amenities. Not given. Oh yeah, this should be not given. Why the frick do I? Seriously? Oh, no, never mind. Doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I hit the same, even though I have time, I still hit the same. Development plan. Reading. So, yeah, in conclusion, reading, listening, I need to work on my multiple choice and my concentration more. Also with the gut feeling as or with our S. And in reading, it is absolutely detrimental. I mean, hold on. Urgency. And in reading, something absolutely urgent that I need to be finished and master as soon as possible is that my ability to analyze true or not given questions. Also with gut feeling, especially these types of gut feeling, which is what I'm really bad at. Where the freak is a specific error? Yeah, I mean I failed